The influence of Germany in the automotive industry is indisputable. In the last century, their cars were underestimated, especially when compared to giants like Ford. In fact, initial models, like some Mercedes, were not entirely reliable. However, thanks to German traits such as determination, precision, and meticulousness, renowned brands emerged, exemplified by Audi. In the video, we recount the origin of Audi. How did someone from humble beginnings found one of the greatest luxury automotive brands? An impressive journey that reveals the transformation and impact of German engineering in the world of cars. The history of the renowned automotive brand Audi is fascinating and has its roots firmly established in the last century. The narrative begins in the late 1800s. Precisely in 1889, the engineer August Horch, a young German, designed his first automobile. August was born into a humble family. At just 13, he left school, taking on responsibilities to help his father. 3 years later, at 16, he was already working in a carriage factory. This determined young man, through effort and thrift, managed to return to formal education. At 20, he enrolled in the renowned School of Engineering in Saxony. After his education, August had varied professional experiences until his fate crossed paths with Karl Benz's innovative gasoline car. Fascinated by the design, he did not hesitate to send a letter to Benz, proposing improvements. Benz, impressed by August's insight, quickly hired him. In a short period, August was promoted to production manager. The contact with Benz's car not only redirected August's trajectory but shaped the automotive industry. However, August felt restlessness. He aspired to more innovation, less conservatism, and longed to create something genuinely his own. Although he had no personal resources, he found support in a prosperous industrialist. Together, they founded Horch in 1899, initially a solo venture. Within half a year, the team expanded, and in 1900, the world saw the first car under Horch's brand, the result of August's vision. Horch grew rapidly. By 1903, the need for more resources for new models was evident. Although it took for years to launch new models, the wait was worth it. The new Horch had a robust 22-horsepower engine. Races, at that time, were the perfect stage for automobiles. Thus, starting in 1906, Horch cars were often on the tracks. However, not everything was glory. August, considered too audacious by the shareholders, faced disagreements. Tensions culminated in his judicially determined departure from the company. A significant turning point in the Audi narrative. Recovering from a 6-month period of depression, August felt the need to express his innovative ideas. With a notebook in hand, he jotted down everything that came to mind, realizing that he needed to take action to bring them to fruition. By sharing his ambitions with friends and collaborators, he managed to raise a considerable sum of 200,000 marks to start a new business. Then, in an unexpected turn of events, a colleague's son proposed the name Audi, which, translated from Latin, means listen. In 1910, with great determination, Audi was born. The brand's first vehicles stood out for their undeniable quality. The pioneering model, Audi 22, housed a 4-cylinder engine, 2,612 cubic centimeters in size, and generated 22 horsepower. In a short period of 1 year, Audi cars were already shining on the tracks and winning awards. However, success did not shield them from adversity. August, although holding important positions in the city and being part of an automotive industry entity, faced resistance from shareholders. He was removed from the direct leadership of Audi, leaving him with a position on the supervisory board. In 1922, in recognition of his legacy, he received an honorary title from the Braunschweig University of Technology. Even though he was not directly involved in design, August's influence in the industry was unquestionable. In 1928, DKW, a motorcycle manufacturer, acquired Audi. Together, in 1931, they introduced the DKW F1, a compact vehicle with notable innovations, contrasting with August's previous models. However, the global economic scenario demanded changes. The decline in popularity of larger vehicles directed August towards the compact car segment. In 1932, a monumental merger took place. The companies Wanderer and DKW joined forces, forming Auto Union AD. Audi's iconic four-ring logo represents this union. Originally, the symbol adorned only racing cars, but after the merger, it became the trademark of all produced vehicles. This union solidified the company as the second-largest automaker in Germany, with each firm focusing on specific market segments. However, the peace did not last long. In 1944, with World War II, production suffered significant impacts. There are controversial reports about the company's management during this period. With the end of the war, most of the facilities were devastated, and their equipment was confiscated. Audi's rebirth occurred in the late 1940s. In the 1950s, an interesting chapter unfolded when 88% of Audi's shares were sold. Shortly after, the buying company acquired the remaining rights, but Audi's finances were not in their best shape. The history of Audi is a saga of continuous innovation in the automotive sector. In 1964, the brand was incorporated into Volkswagen. Although initially few were familiar with Audi vehicles, this changed with the Audi 100, launched shortly thereafter. This mid-range model, available in sedan and fastback versions, made its mark as a precursor to a range of vehicles with front-wheel drive and longitudinal engines. These cars won over not only Germany but also the Soviet Union, thanks to their superior dynamics, utility, and comfort. The year 1969 brought another revolution. In 1972, Audi introduced the Audi 80, a compact car that shared characteristics with the Volkswagen Passat. The model featured a McPherson front suspension and a variety of powerful engines. In 1973, the Audi 80 was awarded the title of European Car of the Year, surpassing heavyweight competitors. The arrival of Ferdinand Piëch in 1974 as the head of Audi's design department was crucial. He introduced the 5-cylinder engine, turbocharging, and quattro all-wheel drive. In 1985, there was a name change to Audi AG, but the innovation did not stop. The brand developed galvanized bodywork, turbocharged diesel engines with direct injection, and aluminum bodywork. In 1993, the Audi Group expanded, with divisions in Brazil and Hungary, and incorporated technologies from renowned brands like Lamborghini. March 1980 was a milestone. At the Geneva Motor Show, Audi unveiled the Quattro, the first passenger car with four-wheel drive. Inspired by tests of an all-terrain vehicle, the system was later applied to the Audi 80. Initially met with skepticism, the Audi Quattro quickly proved itself in competitions, increasing the demand for the brand's vehicles. The following years witnessed other iconic releases: the updated Audi 100, the Audi A4 that replaced the Audi 80, and the A6, an upgrade of the Audi 100. In 1998, the world saw the Audi TT for the first time at the Geneva Motor Show, which in its second generation boasted a turbocharged engine. Starting in 1994, Audi firmly positioned itself in the premium segment. The focus on comfort, efficient acoustics, and collision-resistant bodywork propelled its sales. The brand expanded its portfolio by acquiring Lamborghini and Ducati. The 2000s were also fruitful. In 2005, the Audi Q7 was launched, marking the brand's entry into the SUV segment. Then in 2007, the sports car R8 arrived, with technologies derived from Lamborghini. It was the first mass-produced car with full LED headlights. Audi's production only grew, surpassing 1 million units annually from 2010. The range of Audi covers everything from executive to sports cars. Owning an Audi has become synonymous with success and elegance. From its inception to mergers and expansions, Audi has been an emblem of prominence and refinement. Recognized for technological advancements and designs ranging from executive vehicles to high-performance sports cars, Audi has never ceased to adapt. Maintaining its commitment to excellence, the brand is now a leader in the automotive sector, setting the standard for innovation and style.